Hello there. What is going on, everybody? I figured I'd bring to you an X-Wing 2.0 squad build video today, and we're going to try and do a fun themed list based on the bounty hunters from Empire Strikes Back, and try to make a list that's a little more fun and have some fun with it. So that's kind of the idea today. I do want to remind you guys I have a huge holiday giveaway going on right now, which is for a Super Star Destroyer for Armada in the form of a Cool Stuff gift card. So you could actually use that for whatever you want, but that's a hefty gift card, and you can go ahead and enter that just by becoming a subscriber and leaving a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. So here's the problem. I don't think we can really fit every bounty hunter into the build. We can't fit all of the ones from Empire Strikes Back either way, and having to omit one, it's easier to like do IG-88 if you're just doing IG-88. So I think since IG-88 kind of wants to have two of them. Granted, you have the crew option now, but the problem is, I think one of the ways to do it is you can't just fit every ship, right? Let's say, like, for example, if we put IG-88 and we put Boba Fett and we put Dengar or Zuckuss and Forlom, we could probably put them on the same ship. We're going to run out of room real quick. We're already at 199. We haven't even added Zuckuss or Dengar yet. So what are we going to do? Well, I think we can make the choice to get rid of IG-88. We could add IG-88 as just a crew, but the problem is there's no point in doing that because we don't want to make a list that doesn't even work. Like, we want to have fun, but putting an IG-88 crew here is only going to give you the abilities of another IG-88. So he's going to be the one that kind of gets left out of the party. That being said, one of the easiest ways to get your extra bounty hunters on board is to go ahead and use crew combined with the named guys' ships. So we're going to go back to the drawing board. First thing is, I think Dengar would be a fun one to add. Now, you do have a crew here, and so we can put a crew on board with Dengar. However, if we want that Punishing One title, we're going to lose our crew slot, and that's kind of a tough one. But I like the idea of the Punishing One title, so I'm going to actually make this Dengar a little bit, he's just there, to have some fun. And for talents, I'm actually going to give him Fearless, which kind of synergizes with his ability of being able to potentially attack twice out of that front arc. And so this way I can potentially use this twice in one turn, which I kind of like. While you perform that frontal primary attack, if they're range 1, and if I'm in their arc, I can change one of my results to a hit result. That's always nice. For an astromech, we could do a lot of different things. I think I kind of like R5P8, just in case we really whiff a roll. If we need to go ahead and barrel roll to get into that front arc, I have the potential for a reroll and just straight up changing a die. So that much is really good. So that's kind of Dengar, and we could probably change out that astromech, but I kind of like that one. We've got enough shields, we can afford to gamble and potentially take an extra hit. So, or we could actually drop the astromech and potentially maybe put something else in, like maybe, I don't know, maybe a stealth device would be fun on him, wouldn't it? I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want to do that exactly. All right, so what else are we going to do? Well, I think we're going to go with, to get the rest of our bounty hunters on board, I think if we put in Bosk, driving a party bus, I think there's a way. It's not, the party bus from 1.0, but this is going to fit the rest of this theme of trying to get bounty hunters in here. So, and I think they can potentially work. All right, so let's start off with Forlom. Forlom is a nice one. After you're rolling dice, you may name a type of green token, and if you do, gain 2 ion tokens, and during the attack, the defender can't spend tokens of the name type. So that gives him a really strong attack. That's awesome. Stop them from using a focus token. Awesome. It's going to give you 2 ions, but guess what? You're a large base ship, so 2 ions ain't going to do nothing to you. Now, the next turn, you can take 2 more ions. Okay, then you'll be ionized. But then, it's fine. It's 2 rounds of Forlom would ionize anybody anyway, so I think that's fine. So we'll go with Forlom. Oops, I just took him off. So we want Forlom. We're going to want Boba Fett, too. We can start ourselves anywhere we want. I think that's a real fun one. And let's see here. All right, we're going to put Forlom. And then we're going to put Zuckuss on here also. Let's find all of them. There's Forlom, and then there's Zuckuss. And I haven't done much with Scum in 2.0 yet, so I think this will be a fun one to do. While you perform an attack, if you are not stressed, you may choose the defense die and gain a stress token. If you do, the defender must re-roll that die. Again, that's going to combo well with Forlom. If you've blocked their ability to do focus tokens, you can go ahead and make them re-roll one of their evades, and now all of a sudden you're going to get a really powerful shot through. Boba Fett is the one that doesn't really synergize as well, but I think we can do something to make him synergize a little more. I think we can... I'm thinking of going with marksmanship here. While you perform an attack, if the defender's in your bullseye arc, you may change a hit to a crit. Again, that's going to be really good with Bosk because he can cash in a crit for 2 additional hit results. So that one's really nice. And, you know, I think Boba, being that you can start in reserve, you can potentially line yourself up in a way that you're going to have maybe multiple ships potentially in that bullseye arc. So I think that's a kind of a cool one. We can, you know what, I think actually would be a kind of a cool idea is to give him an ion cannon also for when you are making those range 3 maybe attacks. Is he gonna get the range bonus on that one? I think so. Oops, I lost it. All right, so the ion cannon is it basically has higher potential with Bosk to be able to get more more ion results because you can cash in a crit for a hit. All right, so you could even get more more ion tokens through, which could be really nice. You could potentially put 3 ions. You could potentially ionize large ships that way. I think that'd be a lot of fun. We have some points left over, though. So let's go ahead and, for fun, especially since we're going to start ourselves a little closer, let's go ahead and put the Houndstooth title on here. And then we'll go ahead and add the Nashta Pup. I mean, it's only 6 points. That's a real cheap ship. A really, really cheap ship. I'm totally okay with adding the Nashta Pup. I like that one. Yeah. All right, so now we've got the Nashta Pup on board. We've got Dengar and Bosk. We have a little bit of points left over. And I think for this particular build, we have 2 ships. And again, we're going for theme here, but I think there's one other thing I can add. I think I'm going to add a Quadrajet, the Jakku Gunrunner. That's going to bring us exactly up to 200 points. But because this guy's a pilot skill 1, and as an action you can tractor somebody, so you can barrel roll somebody else. I think that's a really fun one, and being able to mess with people's positioning in a way that they can't predict might give you a better option on being able to line up Dengar's shots, or be able to line up Bosk's with his his marksmanship wanting to be to put you in that bullseye arc. I think that could potentially work. But again, this is also going to happen probably before they move. It could potentially work if you have other pilot skill 1s on the other side. You might want them to go first, and then you can go ahead and move and then tractor them into position, and now you know where their final position is going to be. But I think more likely than not, you can just mess with other people's plans, keep them from actually moving the way that they wanted to move, and potentially take advantage of that with Dengar. Dengar's going to be able to barrel roll, and he's going to be kind of your heavy hitter here. Plus he's initiative 6. I imagine doing quite a lot of barrel rolls with Dengar, and not really doing any barrel rolls with Bosk. Bosk I will probably be focusing or even target locking potentially to get those crits. I think target lock is going to be your better bet with Bosk here. But I think he'll be fun. We do have a lot of our bounty hunters. We've got Dengar, Bosk, Forlom, Zuckuss, and Boba Fett. We don't have IG-88. We could have added him as a useless crew to maybe the Jakku Gunrunner if we would have dropped the Houndstooth and Nash to Pup, but I don't like that idea. I do want to point something out about the new official squad builder. While they've been making improvements and they have, they fixed it to where you can't have multiple uniques anymore, and I think that's a good thing. I just wish they'd make some more changes with it. Like, I wish when I was adding crew, it would tell me how much these were costing. Like, if I've got 1 point left in my build and I want to look, well, it does. It tells me right there. Well, I could have sworn just a minute ago it didn't do that. Never mind, it made a liar out of me. But I would also think it would be great is if, for example, I'm running Dengar, or I'm running Bosk, right, or I'm running a named pilot. Like when I had Boba Fett out here, if I wanted to add pilot, I wish they would have Boba Fett's crew in there, but still kind of grayed out, just to remind you that it exists. Because right here, it's like it doesn't even exist. And so I would, granted, it's probably easier for them to do it this way, but it'd be nice if it was grayed out at least, so you could still, like, oh, you know what, that would work really well here. Maybe I'll change out the pilot and give you more to consider when you're doing your squad building. But yes, I kind of wish that they would do that a little bit more. Gosh, I could have sworn it wasn't giving me point totals just a minute ago, and it made a liar out of me. So, yeah. All right, well, that is about it, guys. I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you do differently. Have you done any theme-based builds just for fun? Or are you going more towards the competitive stuff, or just trying out new things? How are you liking X-Wing 2.0 so far? What do you think the next thing they're going to announce is? All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.